Traveling. Milan. During my Easter holidays I visited Milan, in the north of Italy. I've already visited other incredible Italian cities like Rome, Florence, and also I can't forget Genoa, also in the northern part of Italy. But I had never been to Milan, and I have to say it is really worth it. Although I didn't get tickets to visit The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci, since I read the book by Dan Brown, I have always wanted to check if all the info that Dan mentions in his book is exact. Like, for example, the inclusion of Mary Magdalena by Jesus' right side, apparently her red hair, delicate hands and woman's chest. The Da Vinci Code is a very intriguing book and I couldn't recommend it more. I can't believe I didn't get tickets, but you must buy them in advance. If not, you can't get in. My husband convinced me to travel at Easter, and after considering Amsterdam, we decided to go for Milan. And just walking around, you can see why it has always been a rich and important city. And even though it's close to the Alps, which you can see if you get high enough, it's a flat city and not as difficult to walk on as Lisbon, for example. It offers a variety of culture, buildings, some of them with immense statues and arcs. It supposedly took 200 years to build the cathedral, which is a great example of Gothic architecture. Walking in the city is a really beautiful experience, especially when you feel a bit lost in the city, and fortunately you find one of the nicest streets with incredible houses, amazing architecture. And of course on the ground floor of all these houses you have the coolest, most fashionable and chic shops in the city. Which brings me to my next point. Prices in these kinds of shops are also the most expensive. But if you like shopping, you'll definitely have a lot of fun, even if you don't buy anything. Milan more than deserves its label as being a world leader in fashion and design. Milan was victim to heavy bombing by Allied forces during World War II, and a few months before the end of the war, the corpse of Mussolini was brought to Milan and hanged upside down next to his mistress Clara Petacci and some other members of his government in the Piazzale Loreto. Mussolini's body was ridiculed, abused, spat on, shot at, kicked and stoned. This was done firstly to discourage any fascists who wanted to continue fighting, and also as an act of revenge, as many partisans had been executed in the same plaza. Fascist loyalist Achille Starace was also captured and taken to the Piazza Loreto and shown the body of Mussolini. Starace, who once called Mussolini a god, saluted his dead leader just before he was shot. The body of Starace was then hung up next to the body of Mussolini. Our trip lasted 3 days, enough time to allow us to find some good places and enjoy the Italian food. There were some really world-class restaurants in Milan, and only Naples has more Michelin stars. You can find quite special pizza restaurants where you can have any pizza you want and drink any cocktails with the pizza. It was a little strange for me drinking a gin and tonic with a margarita pizza, but it was very full, and another extremely cool and chic place with everybody sat eating pizza and drinking champagne, wine, gin, rum or whatever. My husband was a little bit skeptical because it's only pizza. But it was a very funny, different place. The seafood in Milan is quite nice too, even though it's not a typical food over there, with Milan being kind of close to the sea. It comes to Milan really fresh, and you can also try the famous Milanesa. Milan is a really nice city with a lot of things to do and see. In fact, I still have a lot of things pending for my next visit, when I hope I have a bit more time to enjoy the city and visit Da Vinci's Cenaculo.